I'm hoping my Protestant, Catholic and Orthodox friends watching this will consider the importance of story and the way that it can give us space to engage with these incredibly beautiful concepts of the nature of God. Does my theological pursuit of God make me more hungry for the words and life of Jesus and the teachings of the entirety of the Bible, or does it bring me to a place where I can think I have enough information? And I hope that it brings you to the first, not the later. My name is Jonathan McCallum. I'm going to be talking about literature and some of my own spiritual journey. You may not agree with me here in all of my conclusions yet. I hope that you'll see I'm sharing my heart and my journey so far. Jesus is the person who has changed my life, and the story of Aslan in the Chronicles of Narnia were profoundly important to me because that was my first experience of who the nature of God is. I didn't grow up in a religious family, and I thank God for that in the terms of how I was able to engage with story and see that that's a vital part of giving us space to theologically understand who God is and thirst and hunger for more. Aslan, for me, especially in the last battle, has a particular influence on the way that I see God and see the world and eternity. There is a scene where Lucy and Diggory and Tyrion have an interaction where they're faced with a difficult decision. How are they going to fight till the end bravely against their enemies? And I know that this story may be seen as dated for some people, and if you're not from a Christian perspective, like I have been in my past, I hope that you'll still consider this story. There's this stable situation here. So there is the picture and the story of a stable inside, and inside that stable there's actually something much more. And for those who have malintentions or a perspective of control, they find that what is in the stable is their worst nightmare. And what is found for those who have a desire to know God, and I'm leaving it at that, they have a desire to know God because there's some interesting complex theological discussions that happen later in this stable, what happens in that place. And I'm not going to go into that in this video, but it is very profound. And Lucy says this after Tyrion notices that what's inside the stable is much bigger than what was seen from out. And Lucy says, in our world too, a stable once had something inside it that was bigger than the whole world, bigger than our whole world. There is something about Jesus that is bigger than our entire world, bigger than our existence, bigger than our universe, and yet he was born in a stable. Before I finish this video and leave you for a moment, I want to suggest that there are moments in our theological pursuit of God that we can engage our intellect in a much more useful way by imagining our situation. So place ourselves in that battle where Lucy discovers that in terms of this stable, she was discovering the joy of her heart inside. What others discovered was actually a terrible, blinding situation. They were unable to see the content of that immense eternity inside that stable. I'll leave it there. I've had trouble trying to articulate some of these beautiful thoughts that are captured in literature. I hope you don't miss it, and I hope you check it out. Below, I'll leave some of the quotes from this story and also some biblical verses that I think are helpful. Bye for now, my friend.